Namaste, guys. Phoenix here. I hope you all are doing amazing. So, everybody asked me why are my hands red. I'm an energy healer, and so I channel a lot of heat from the palms. They've been like this since as long as I can remember. I've been to the doctor about it plenty of times. It's just the way my hands are. I channel a lot of heat in my hands. I heal heat. I heal with my hands, okay? I don't know if this is true, but from my understanding, most people that are energy healers, they have like these M's in their hands. I don't know if this is true, but I've seen other energy healers' hands and they have those M's in their hand. So not only do I move energy with channeling energy, I also psychologically shift energy. Internal psychological energy, I shift it also. And so, I don't know why Spirit brought that up. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you all are doing amazing. Happy Tuesday. I think Tuesday is associated with the planet, Wednesday, Mars, physical energy. You could be feeling like uplifted, upbeat today. Okay. I keep drawing my attention to these astro dice. I want to talk to you all about my dream. It's like a mother line dream, like a generational maternal energy that has been healed because of you, okay? So we have Aries, fire energy. Shut the front door. Mars in the 7th house. Relationships, joint ventures, travel, career, social, spirituality. Wow. So the 7th house energy, this is interpersonal houses. This is the houses that reside inside of you. And so the 7th house speaks about partnership, relationships, and contracts, right? So this is what I wanted to talk to you all about. That's crazy how this just confirmed me. Y'all seen it. I don't even be needing these things. Y'all see it, okay? Y'all seen it. I said fire energy. Mars speaks about very fiery energy, energetic energy, okay? Physical energy. That's crazy. Like I am baffled by myself. But anyway, I'm getting back to my dream, because this energy feels very energetic. So it was like a mother and father, a mother line, and there was a little girl sitting on the side of the mother, and the little girl was crying, and it looked like the mother was scolding the girl, or the mother had her shield to where every time she tried to do something, she couldn't do anything. Wow, Spirit, that's crazy. Okay. And so it gave me the vision of when I was a child. Okay, I'm just explaining the energy. Okay, you could be seeing canaries, because this is like ancestor energy. Okay, so it gave me the energy when I was a child and I used to want to do things. It's a repressive energy. It's like you were born in the particular family you were born in to repress your natural spiritual abilities. You could have wanted to get into 424 my time, or you could be seeing 420. You could be wanting to get into spiritual things, witchcraft things as a child, but you were instantly shut down. Anything that you wanted to do as far as creativity, it could have been blocked from you. Okay, 444 on my timer. And that's what it looked like. It looked like the planet Mars. My dream. Okay. But Spirit keep dropping me little things in. Okay. And so, man, this is good. Like, Thank you. I love my spirit guides because they be right on the money. And so, it looked like a farm area, but the mom had the little girl with her. She had to be like in her early teens, and she were like 14, I'm guessing. And the mom was cooking. And so the mom had the little girl with her cooking. And so the little girl would try to go do things, and she couldn't do things. She had to take care of her younger siblings. They were always with her. I think this little girl may have had a child at a young age, okay? And this is just a dream that I'm telling you all, right? I don't know if this happened in my family. It could have, I don't know. And so maybe you were deterred away from boys at a young age, because maybe getting pregnant at an early age was 555 on my time, was very prominent in your bloodline, right? And so it was some kids playing outside, and the girl seen this. And it was, like I said, a farm area. And so when she go outside to ask the kids what they're doing, because she don't have any friends, she go outside and ask the kids what they're doing, and telling her, oh, we're trying to curse someone. And then the girl was like, well, what do you mean you're trying to curse someone? And so a boy it was like a whole bunch of dolls in like caskets, and they were like on like crucifix. And so the girl was like, well, that's not how you perform a curse. And she was like, this is how you do it. And you got to take it over there, and you got to bury it in this particular area and not this area, because it looked like a cornfield or a cotton field. And the kids went off and took their little dolls and took their stuff and took them. And then the girl repeated a prayer. And she said, this is a protection spell that they don't cause harm to themselves or others. She kept repeating it until she went in the house. And then she goes back in the house, and she's sitting with her granny. And her granny is kind of like looking out the window, but not really. And she tells her granny what was happening outside. And then her granny said, oh, well, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. And so suddenly the ground, everything turned into lava. Like, I wrote it down. It looked like rusty blood. This is what I said. It looked like damp, bloody, like the river. It was running red with rusty blood. That's what it looked like. It looked like rusty blood, like the lava. And so it was like the floors was turning into that. And I was like walking on the floors, and everything outside was turning into that, because at first it was a river, and then it turned into red, runny, rusty blood water. And then the house, like everything that was like green substance or something, it was like turning red. And it was construction going on the side of the house, like they were building up something, right? And so what I turned my granny around to look into her eyes, and her eyes were milky white. And she kept telling me, it's okay, don't worry about that, things are going to work itself out, right? And so I was like, okay, but I was a little nervous because I'm walking in the mud or this murkiness, and I'm seeing eyes, like eyes looking up, right? And so then I had another vision of, now this is why I'm awake now. Because after that dream happened, I woke up. Raven woke me up, and I only had like 4 hours of sleep. And so I had, as I'm writing this down, and I'm talking to a friend of mine about my dream, I had a vision of being buried, like, you know how like being on buried land, like construction is done and concrete is placed over cemeteries, placed over graveyards in order to build up houses. I had that vision also come through. And so it's just like something that you healed, unearthed, like, it feels like you've healed a maternal line that was stopping you from using your power. This is what this feels like. Like you unearthed something, because what I told to the kids was that that's not how you do that. Like, that's not how you curse someone. And I actually gave them a spell, like a binding spell, like not a binding spell, but a protection spell. And I was like, I put up a protection spell. I spoke protection over them while they was going to do whatever they were going to do. But actually, I sent them off. They wasn't, what I told them was a lie. But also while I was walking, I binded, I don't want to say bound. This energy, this energy. I don't want to say I bound them, but I put a protection spell, like protecting them from doing harm to themselves and others. It was like a protection spell. And it's like whatever this is. Okay, I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it, trust me. Because I want to know. Because, you know, you deserve to know, you know, what it looks like, okay? I have 1920. The number 44 could be significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I heard 7 generationals past, 7 generationals forward. So had you not cleared this, you would have 7 generations forward, they wouldn't have access to their psychic abilities. Wow. And this is important that you heal this energy, because in the future, that's 1212 on my timer. That's what is going to be required of the future generation. Okay, they're going to be more psychic. Okay, they're going to speak with more telepathy. They're going to speak with feelings, their heart. Okay, this is what's going to happen in the future. And by you doing this, you've unlocked that. Okay, and so we have metamorphosis. Okay, like I said, this is like this feminine energy. Okay, look at this hand, this mask in the hand, the wound. It's like you healed this maternal energy. And like I was saying, like having children at an early age. Look, more uterus energy. And this is strength, your power, you understanding your power as a divine feminine. This is exactly what this feels like. Venus, Mercury, and the moon. Mercury is about you communicating with nature, communicating with your body self, because your body self is nature, right? And your planets is your internal organs, right? This is what this feels like to me. You being able to know what flowers heal yourself. This is crazy. Look at this body on the ground. It's like you, remember what I said, like things being buried, like that's crazy. Like things being buried, like the energy, give me the energy, spirit, like you taking on a mass that was never yours to bear. This is what this feels like. You taking on a mass that was never yours to bear. A lot of love energy, because this morning I was sitting on a patio and the FedEx driver, like delivery driver, was just talking about, it was 2 songs about love. And it were like old school songs. Man, your love is my love and my love is your love. My love is here to stay. What to think, you know that song now. To be real, got to be real. Like love has to be real. And then the other song that played right after that was just crazy. It was another love song about loving on yourself. Dang, I can't remember the name of that song. It'll come to me. But this is a lot of love energy out here, a lot of feminine energy. Let me show you, like, look at all this feminine cards. Like, this is you healing those aspects of yourself that you deemed unlovable. Like your womb, you deemed your womb unlovable because you could have had children this at a younger age, or the women in your bloodline had magical powers and their children produced magical, their children was magical, and people were trying to curse you, make you feel like it wasn't okay for you to have these magical abilities. This is what this feels like to me, okay? Strength, mother wart, the lion heart. You understanding the deepness of your wound. You understanding not only does your rivers run deep, okay? It's just like, I had got the download also when I was on the patio about river water, like lake water, ocean, like river water and lake water, because they showed me the contrast of it, right? And so lake water, the sky, does the sky reflect the water, right? And they showed me the sky reflecting the water blue. But in the river water can sometimes be gray, can sometimes be greenish, but the sky is still blue, right? And it's like, is the river water reflecting what's underneath? And is the lake water reflecting what's above, right? And so this, it brought me to that, like your deepness, the deepness of you, the depths of you, the depths of your knowing, okay? The deepness of your heart. Rose quartz could be significant. Look like she's sitting in a rose quartz cave. The lion heart, being brave in every situation. And it's crazy because my hands, this is kind of like reflecting this energy back to me also. And then we have love, rose, like those thorny, like you seen. Okay, so like the delicate, like how we try to touch a rose, like how we try to touch it to know where not to get touched, like knowing how to handle yourself. Because you will touch a rose with cautious, with care, right? Because you don't want to get plucked by it, right? And this is like you, man, not knowing how to handle yourself and getting stuck by the thorns, right? And then you see like these blood droplets. It's something significant about the blood. Like your blood is changing because that water looked it like bloody. This is like I said, bloodline. This energy ran deep. And you could have had, man, look at this at the bottom, all of this water. You could have had family members. You could have grew up in a family line. And Spirit wants me to choose this word wisely because I don't want to say family line. You grew up in a karmic household that was designed to keep you out of your light. Because they showing me like the continuation, like this has been happening. Because look at this card, 12, 13. And look how it matches up. Like scene by scene. You see what I'm saying? Like scene by scene. Like it's creating a picture. And then we have 19 and 20. That is crazy. Wealth. You're not being able to tap into your wealth. And so we have, no, this is Pluto. Rebirth, right? Yeah, I don't know why I said Mercury, because I see Mercury. I feel that Mercury energy. So this is Pluto, right? This sign is Pluto, okay? Like this rebirth energy, like of the old self. You're accepting yourself for who and what you are. Like, look at these masks around her. Like you wore many masks. 2022. I keep catching that number at that time. And then we have Mercury and Pluto, being able to speak your truth. Okay, I'm going to look at my nervous system, brain communication, and being able to interpret your outside reality. Okay, being able to go with the times, go with the flow, knowing what seeds to plant, knowing when it's time to make moves and when it's not time to make moves. Okay, knowing exactly when to tap into your wealth. The peacock could be very significant. Okay, look, that more flowy water energy. It's just you turning water into wine. Like, I don't know where that came from. You know the story of Ascended Master Yeshua turning water into wine. It is a parable of you, the Christ in you, getting back to your sweetness, seeing your uniqueness. Because when Ascended Master Yeshua turned water into wine, because they just brought my attention to when he said it wasn't time yet, when he told his mother asked him to turn the water to make some wine, and then he said, "Woman, why do you trouble me before it's my time?" And meaning that it wasn't time yet, but he did it for his mother, right? That's crazy. He turned the water into wine. Like, could have been like put on display, right? Like, you were put on display early. Look at this baby, right? Like, and you were probably married off. And this web and this instrument lyre. Look up in the corner. You see that angel up there playing the violin? Like, more Mercury energy. You could be really affluent in playing the music instruments, okay? Lavender, you weaving a new way of existence, a new way of being. Music is very significant, okay? And look at this angel right here, blowing this, pouring out its blessings onto you. Like, everywhere you stand is going to be fertile. Like, you could have been having a problem with infertility. If you have, you're definitely, that is something that is healing. I am not a doctor. I speak spiritually, and this could be like birthing a new creation into this reality. Okay, we have wisdom, communicating ideas because of wisdom, innovation. We have Uranus and Mercury. Uranus is all about innovation, okay? Wisdom, the unicorn, like magical wisdom. You're definitely magical, okay? You knowing how to use your magic for the better. You using your abilities in a different way. You're not just using them according to the way that you used to do it. You could have been a gypsy, because I heard that. Gypsy. I don't know how to say it. Acceptance, this Mercury energy. You're just accepting you for who and what you are, regardless of what people may have said about you. Look at this mouse. Like, people could have said that you were a witch. You could have definitely well been a witch, but you were not a witch in a way that people... Okay, so exactly what I heard because I saw wealth. And when I saw wealth, I heard this. Okay, it's like when it was for them, when people used you, okay, to do things for them, right? To make them money, to help their crops be successful. People use you that way. Native American, okay? People use you that way, okay? And like bandwagon type energy, like something didn't go right for someone and they shun your family. I'm hearing burned at the stake, persecution, inquisition. I'm seeing farm. What is this, Spirit? Give us a little bit more. Vows. Rage. You could have been like so upset. You know, I should have said this because I definitely felt this Egypt energy. I should have said that. I definitely should have. Look, the unicorn is out here. I definitely should have said that. What I say, vows, like some vows that you took, not to man, to do it, like not to stand in your power, because we have strength and it's up under vows. So some vows that you took, like you knew, like you could have been like, you took somebody, man, because you had good sexual healing, love, medicine, man, a woman. Look, you had this, like, food and hunger is up under wealth. That's what I say. You used to help people grow their gardens because you knew how to, man, you knew when it was time. Asia Weaver, okay? You also could have been a monk. Like you took a vow to, like in another life, you took a vow. A vow. What's wisdom? I don't know. Persecution and inquisition. Like you know where this energy is coming from. This is for like if it's hard for you to tap into your spiritual abilities, Roman Greco, this Medusa energy, okay? But Medusa, if you know the story of Medusa, what's her name? Aphrodite, she was raped, okay? And her sacred rage became Medusa. It became a personality that manifested in the outside reality, okay? And so it's like Aphrodite was two people, right? Medusa and psychologically, right? She would turn men into stone, but she was really fucking beautiful, right? And she didn't trust men because of what happened to her, okay? This Poseidon, I think Poseidon raped her, okay? And we do have Poseidon energy up here with acceptance, okay? And so Poseidon energy is about dreams. This is Neptune, pineal glands. You seeing the truth, seeing through the illusions, okay, of why you could have been blocked from your truth. Like your truth was hidden, like hidden in plain sight, I'm hearing. But that's only because, you know, I heard, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. They was hating back then too. And then they say like Medusa was a very beautiful handmaiden. It's like a few stories going on out there. She was a very beautiful handmaiden, okay? Like she was a high priestess, a beautiful high priestess, a maid for Aphrodite. And Poseidon raped her. Poseidon was Aphrodite's husband. And Poseidon raped her and she punished Medusa. And so this could have happened to you in a past life. Like you were punished because a man took advantage of you or something like that. And then because in the dream, the girl was like, hovering down next to her mom. She was like crying, tears were coming out her eyes, and her mom will only like let her go and take care of the kids. You gotta go do this, you gotta go do that, you gotta help with dinner. It was nothing that the girl was doing that she wanted to do. She wanted to go play. But this energy has been broken because I have been seeing canaries. When I say I do not lie. Spirit don't lie, okay? Spirit don't lie, okay? This energy has been broken about the new moon. This past new moon, okay? Friendship with yourself, okay? Because as soon as I saw this, I saw the hand. That disowned version of you, your darkness, right? You making friends with that, okay? Shedding like the shell, okay? Like that, releasing the shell, and you making friends with that version of you that was shunned. Because I heard shun. And then we have flow. This could be regarding your menstrual cycle. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of that energy. Your menstrual cycle could be really easy, I'm hearing. To where it just flows. You could have a sore throat. Like your throat chakra. Like I'm hearing Ursula, like Ariel. To where it was how she sold her voice. You could be seeing butterflies. How she sold her voice to gain attraction. And then that Ursula lady tried to keep her voice. Okay, magic. Okay, safe travel. Past life, Egyptian energy. You could have been very beautiful. You are really beautiful right now. Inside and outside, people see this. I'm gonna get something on Stormy. But you may go, look, psychic. Look, I cannot make this shit up. That's crazy. You're gonna ground this energy, earth, shadow, knowledge, writer. You're gonna write about this. Focus. You're gonna write about this, okay? But I feel like I don't feel like divine masculine focus. Like I don't feel like what's Stormy. I feel like this is gonna be like a tower that's going to crumble around you. Like a fake tower. Like something is going to happen to where fire, right? Tower, fire, transfiguration. And this veil is upside down. Like messages, right? Like that's weird. Veil, like you're not seeing the messages, but you are. But it's like something, Spirit is going to orchestrate something to happen in your life. 3333. Spirit is going to 333336. Like Spirit is going to Opera Queen of Wands here. Spirit is going to orchestrate something to happen in your life to where you are not going to have no choice but to speak your truth. There is no backing down from this. It's like it's just going to say it. Like you could have like a inner voice of authority issues, okay? Being told what to do. You have a problem with like control. You didn't have a voice. You didn't have to say. That's authority issues, okay? It could show up like not feeling worthy or good enough. Had to perform to earn love. This could be something else. I see the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords. Illusions. Your guides are breaking you free from whatever illusion this is, okay? So that you can be in partnership with yourself, okay? The Hierophant card. Institutions, okay? This is powerful. What is this stormy? I think that's what this stormy is, and a false illusion. I think this is what this is. 8 of Cups, the Judgment. Okay, this devil energy, this is a lie. Okay, 8 of Cups, walking away from this, seeing yourself the way you need to see yourself. What is this devil energy? And then I see grapes down there. 6 of Wands. You're going to defeat this energy, okay? 5 of Wands. Competition, conflict. Look, the Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Conflict, like, man, competition, conflict, debate, minor setback, disagreements, rivalries, obstacles, challenges. This could have been showing up in your life like people keeping you confused, okay? People, like every time you had a big idea or you knew how to solve something, somebody will always come in and try to stop you, okay? That's because they didn't want you to awaken to your power. But this is finna change, because big changes, opportunities, assertive, direct, honest, quick wit, okay, talkative, impulsive, but a good type of impulsive, like you knowing exactly what to do, okay? This is gonna change quickly, period. You manifest, and then it fell under new moon. Whatever new moon ritual you did, you manifested this for you. King of Wands. Man, this is good. This is good. This is really good. The Chariot. This is really good energy. And so, as I stated before, this could look like you having thoughts that, you know, people trying to tell you what to do, it don't feel right for you. Okay, this could have looked like that. I feel like you healed this. Feeling trapped, restricted, like everything that you do is not safe. Like, oh, don't do that, it's dangerous. If you do that, you're feeling like your situations are dangerous. Like things are just happening around you and you can't do nothing about it. That's what this feels like when you were gifted the high. Look at that, Empress. When you were your past selves, the 9 of Pentacles, the Lovers, the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant. Period. This what this feels like when you were. It was things happening in your community and you couldn't do nothing about it. Just like when them kids was outside digging up our land, and then I told my granny, I was gonna call her nanny. I never called my granny nanny, and I told her that, and she was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I was like, "No, like," and she was like, "Don't worry about it." And it's like your hands were tied back then, paralyzed by fear, anxiety, feeling pressure, powerless, helplessness. This is this energy of your past ancestors. Okay, this is not your energy. You are no longer bound by that. Okay, whatever energy spell you put out, 10 of Wands kept trying to show, this is the energy of your ancestors. Okay, overloaded, overburdened, responsibility, stress, burnout, problem, drudgery, obligations, past obligations. That shit is over with. What is the 10 of? It's a end of cycle. King of Swords, power, leader. You're telling that shit something different. Absolutely not. You moving forward. You trusting your intuition. 9 of Cups. And like I said, this could be showing up. The 2 of Cups. Unity, partnership, compatibility. Okay. You're walking away from that old self. Okay. What's that? 10 of Pentacles. The Hierophant. This is a blessing from the Most High. This can even look like you restricting yourself from being with someone. A new person. This is what this can look like also. But 3 of Cups. This looks like I said, this could have been showing up like people telling you what to do. You're not feeling so good about it. Like if people were like telling you, Like you have a good idea and somebody will come up and tell you something different, and then you do it the way they do it, and then it don't work out so right. You're gonna be your divinity. Like you're gonna see your purity. I've been saying it a lot in these readings because it's gonna happen. Okay, it's like on a precipice, the cusp of this awareness. I split the deck on Holy One. Okay, you're gonna understand that you're not just some mere witch. Like that's what this feels like. Like you're finna understand that your greatness was veiled by different names. Adventure, explore. You're finna understand that, okay? That your greatness was just veiled by different names. People didn't understand your greatness, and they put a name on it so they can keep you into a bubble. So they called you a witch. They called your power, your magic, a witch. But they couldn't understand how great you are, how great your family was. They didn't understand that. And so they put a name on you so that they can label you. That's what this feels like. And so you've been going by this label, but that's not what you really are. But what you really are is pure greatness. Okay, that's exactly what I'm hearing. Like they put a label on you so they can categorize you. You know, humans, they fear what they don't understand, and they have to categorize things in order for them to understand it. You can't categorize the Most High. Whew. It says, this is about forgiving the energy. I forgive the energy, but that doesn't mean I accept their behavior or trust them. Okay, this could be like the energy, people around you that always got something to say, that's criticizing you, okay, because it's in your head and it will manifest outside of you, especially if you're born in karmic family lines. If you were a child that was always criticized, if somebody, every time you had a great idea, somebody told you, no, don't do it that way, do it this way, because they feel like they know better than you. Okay, this is what this energy is for me. Okay, what it feels like for me. Okay, even with friends, even with jobs, every time you wanted to suggest a new thing for a job, the job was like, no, that don't work for this company. 4242 on my timer. And it says, I forgive them for me so that I can let them go and move on with my life without them in it. And it says the rebirth. Sometimes falling apart is the only way to come together as something greater. Even a caterpillar must surrender to the darkness before it can spread its wings. You can go through a great deal of darkness and still become something beautiful. Look in the mirror and smile. Wow, that's crazy. It said God says you're not healing to be able to handle trauma, pain, anxiety. You are healing to be able to handle joy, to accept happiness back into your life. You pull back the layers of what you are not so that you can be what you truly are. That's powerful. That's more confirmation of what Spirit just came through and said. Okay, we have the Sun card here. I mean the Sun charm. We have the cat. Okay, you're very powerful. You could have a familiar as a cat. We have the hand. Like you're going to be giving people a hand. Your palms could be healing. You could have healing hands, gardener hands. The letter S could resonate with you. You could have healing hands, plants, because I saw growth and nature, nurturer on that card. Okay, you have ancestors with you, ghosts with you. Okay, cats. The cats can see the ghosts pulling like teeth, like. You could be pulling out, like, some teeth could be being pulled out, okay? I have mermaid energy here. I also saw the devil trying to sneak up and try to stop you from being in your power, okay? The cross is out here. trying to use religious stigma to keep you out of your light. That's exactly what that felt like. I'm hearing cut them cords. Wow, ain't nothing cut a bitch off. Heard that loud and clear. Trying to use religious stigmas to keep you out of your light because they can't fathom your goodness. Like, people don't know. A lot of religious people don't believe that God works through other people, okay? Pray instead of worrying, because you worry, you worship the problem. And that's what a lot of religious stigma people do. They worry, you know, God, fix this, fix that. Please, Lord, instead of knowing that the problem is already fixed. And so they don't know that the power is within them. They don't know that God is within them. They believe that the other person who's preaching them the sermon is going to answers God prayer through them, okay? Or God answering their prayer through them. I don't know. I digress. And it said, once you just know things will work out, you will let go of all your worries and fears because of what resides inside of you. That is the Most High God. It's like, you know that, and religious people, like, this is what this feels like. That, oh, I heard Spanish Inquisition. You know, we come here to change, okay? We are here because we are healers. We are, we bring change. Like, that old way of being, that old way of not standing in your power, that old wounded ancestor energy. We are here to liberate our bloodline, okay? And that is exactly what you are doing. So you are doing a good job. You have to cut yourself away from that old, the people, the energy. It is time for you to do so, because it's no longer serving you. It is actually hindering you. And so you're going to have to make a decision to choose yourself or to choose them, okay? Because once you know better, you do better, right? And you have the power now, the awareness now, to know that those things of the past, it can't go with you any further, and you just have to just release it from you. Make the conscious decision to just say no more. And sometimes you have to walk away from people. It's just what it is, to better yourself, okay? Because if you don't, that inner voice is going to keep stinging you. It's going to keep brutalizing you. It's going to keep you in bondage, okay? And it's like your ancestors are asking you to see yourself for who and what you are, to set them free, okay? Oh, we are... No, it wasn't. Every day that we are family. Like, let me tell you, what is family to you? Family encourages you. Family congratulates you. Family celebrates you. Your family will brag about you. Your family will tell people good things about you. Your family will encourage you. Your family will boost you, okay? If your family, man, your family will confirm you and say, if you really feel like God is telling you to do this, then go do it, right? God gave you the vision. God didn't give it to me, right? Just like, man, I forgot in the Bible who said that. Samuel, when he kept hearing God call his name, and then the old man said, this is for you. God told you, he didn't tell me. And if your family don't tell you that, and they tell you, no, that ain't what God wants you to do, they can't tell you what God wants you to do, okay? And if you have family that is preventing you from being in your light, that's stopping you from speaking your truth, if you have family that's trying to silence you, those are not family. Those are people you were born. Man, them people are following you lifetime after lifetime to keep you bound to a old curse, a old tradition. That's why these people show up. That's why you were born in certain situations. And it's not about the people, it's about the energy, okay? The energy came into this particular lifetime to keep you from out of your power. It's about the energy, right? And so, because that energy doesn't resonate with you anymore, you could be faced with a lot of spiritual attacks, okay? And those spiritual attacks are there to show you what this looks like within, okay? And so, once you feel your thoughts going over to telling you you shouldn't do this, this is a sin, that is a sin, and especially if they sound like people in your family, if they sound like friends, that's how you will recognize the energy, okay? Because energy would do what it's designed to do. If an energy is designed to block, it will block. If an energy is designed to elevate, it will elevate. If an energy is designed to hinder, it will hinder, okay? And it's just like you have to say enough is enough. Your ancestors are asking you to pay attention to when you do a thing, when you do something spiritual, when you go meditate, when you're out here in this world doing the right thing, when your thought forms change, okay? Your ancestors are asking you to take off the limitations of words and meanings behind your power and just allow your power to be its power. Like, stop labeling you because you are limitless, labelless. What resides inside of you is labelless. And until you can see yourself as the Most High in this physical body, having this human experience, you're going to keep attaching yourself to the labels of the self, because there is no self. Okay, there is no self. And that's why I always talk about that on this channel, because that is your way to liberation. The more layers of the personalities that you remove from you, the more of your power you get back to you, the more of the realizations you'll have of what resides inside of you, of who and what you are. That's why I always work with Ascended Master Yeshua, because it is the way. It is freedom. Okay? And you're going to have to let go of the personalities. You're going to have to let go of attachments, of things, of labels, of trying to make things make sense for you. Because the ego will never be able to grasp the understanding of what God is doing in your life. And the ego will show up as people in your outside reality to confirm what your ego believes something to be true. It's all about your belief system. So these belief systems has been with your family for generation and generation. It has been breaded and breaded and breaded and breaded in you over and over again. So now it's time for you to drop that fucking label, drop that witch stigma, drop that voodoo stigma, that medicine, that in witch doctor energy. It's time for you to drop that label, okay? Because you work for the Most High God, okay? Because God works through you. And however way God needs to manifest its miracles, okay, that's how God will manifest its miracles through you. Healings through you. Growth through you. Light through you, okay? It's not about the label of what you are, okay? It's about the goodness that you do for this world. The lives that you change. The growth that you are within yourself. That's what it's about. It's not about the labels. So you're going to have to drop them labels from you. Okay, drop the people, that karmic energy, because it resides in them for a reason, because they are here to hinder, to destroy the dream that the Most High placed into you, your calling. That is what it's designed to do. It's been keeping our ancestors stuck in a rut for many years, to where it enslaved them. Like they offered them something great. You've seen the story when our ancestors, the tribal leaders, sold their tribal people over because they offered them money. You've seen that? And is that what you're doing with your soul self? When do that shit stop? And it stops with you, okay? That's where it stops. It stops with you. You are no longer selling pieces of you, okay? So that you can gain some type of riches. But what you are doing is working your magic, working your power through the Most High God, in the name of the Most High. You are working your power that way. You are healing, okay? You are uplifting. You are saving. You are growing. You are congratulating. You are sending out wishful, abundant, health into people's life. You are speaking that goodness into people. Your hands cause the plants to grow. Your feet, where you step your feet, shakes the oldness, shakes the dust off of the earth so that it can see its light. Your energy lightens the vibrational frequency everywhere you go. That's what it's about. It's not about you being a fortune teller, a seer. Even religious structure has names. They call themselves prophets. I prophesy every day. I am a dreamer. I am a seer. What they say, all prophets are not seers, but all seers are prophets. It's just a label. But what you are is channeling the essence. You're channeling the energy of the Most High God, because God is using you to make its awareness, to make its goodness known on this planet Earth, because people have lost their way. That's what this is about. It is about you bringing that essence of the Most High, and because you have a physical body. And that's how the Most High used you. And I say this all the time. That's what the Most High told me about my son. Because it was so hard fathoming him not being in my life. And God asked me, what did he bring to you? It was unconditional love. It was acceptance. It was just pure, raw, unadulterated, just that raw love that I felt from my child. And God said, in my absence, physical absence, I sent my love in his soul to accept you as you. And the only thing that's going to replace that love is you focusing your love on me, which is within. Namaste. I hope that made sense. I don't know why that came through like that. I send you all so much love, okay? Bye.